Revolt. The pros of mountain biking have uprisen. There is jeopardy for the 2024 season.
Why did that happen and what happens next? All coming up in this week's show.
Yes, welcome to this week's Dirt Shit Show with me, Martyn, Ashton, and
Blake Samson.
Mate, we've got some big stuff to talk about this week.
We have something
dramatic action.
Something crazy happened in Slopestyle world.
Crankworx Rotorua, the entire field of the men's category for Slopestyle refused to ride because Crankworx wouldn't meet their demands.
Yeah.
3 demands. They wanted all of the riders to be paid €2,000, including the alternates, so the stand-ins.
The reserves.
The reserves. They wanted to have the event start at a particular time so they could avoid wind delays.
Yep.
And also they wanted the accommodation covered for all of the riders.
Yeah.
It seems like not that big a deal. Like, if you gave all those riders that much money, €32,000.
32,000 euros, yes.
Not that much money, but that was the one thing the event couldn't take. Blake.
Oh, Martyn,
this is mad, right?
In.
And we're lucky this week, right? Because if you wanted a world-class slopestyle rider to talk to about this, guess what? We've got one. It's the one time we've actually got one of our own.
I've been there, done that, and I have gone through my fair share of paying my own way.
Yeah.
Pretty much my whole career, all the way till the end.
Yeah, but I guess that's what the pros of the current era are trying to fix.
Yeah.
Because
it's been an issue since I've started.
Yeah, I mean, you must have spent all
thousands.
your own money trying to get around.
Yeah. I've known people get in debt because they're trying to get to it. They love it so much, they get themselves into crazy debt to get to these events, to help promote the event, but also to take part and promote themselves as well.
Yeah, I mean, you think most of these riders, obviously the very top ones, the Emil Johanssons, etc., are very well sponsored, but you've only got to come down a little bit through the field, and then it starts to get very expensive because they're not on as much money as you might think. And think of the costs. You've got to get to New Zealand.
That's expensive.
Cheap.
That's very
You've got
expensive.
all your accommodation, and then you're going to ride, and you're just hoping, basically, to win money. Because you guys, a bit like prize fighters. You're in it for the cash, trying to get the money.
And if you're not in the top 5 or 6, you're pretty much getting nothing.
I mean, the prize money at the top is great.
It's incredible.
But of course, it's the most powerful usually get it because they're the best riders. So
the thing is, I see where their riders are coming from. You have a big prestigious event. It's a diamond event, so it's the highest tier you can get into within slopestyle. Now, being at that top, you kind of need a few things to help you get there.
Yeah.
So asking for a little bit more, to make their life easier, to help promote the brand, to help promote the event and all the riders and all the sponsors they have, I can see where they want that money. It helps them.
I mean, it's hard to ask an event to fix this problem. Because if they said yes...
Especially this event, Crankworx, because there's multiple disciplines within it.
Yeah, I mean, if they say yes, they've suddenly upped their purse they've got to find for the rest of the season. And then they've got all the other riders in the other disciplines potentially could go, hang on a minute, where's our entry fee?
Where's the downhill? Where's
same
track?
They're taking the same
Speedy
risks.
style?
I guess the slopestyle guys would say this is the premier event at those events.
I agree.
So maybe that's a good argument. But I guess the thing that I think is really interesting about this, and I was talking to Toff about it, and he had a really interesting point, is he was like, this is the first time we've seen all the riders just say no.
Which is nuts.
To protect the younger riders, we're saying no. So let's think about it. Emil Johansson probably was a shoo-in for the win at this event.
Yeah.
And he turned down essentially first prize money to make this happen. It is a big call for him.
That's a big call.
Like, that's brave, and that is pretty remarkable, saying, no, I'm not doing it, I'm going to turn away from that money because I want the younger riders or the up-and-comers getting some cash.
Well, likewise, for the reserves, they're the ones that had to actually pay for themselves to get out there. They're gone, I've paid for all this money, I'm not going to ride in this event.
So it's pretty remarkable, and it made me think, and I saw some other people on some videos talk about this, made me think last year there was a bit of a unsettled situation in the downhill scene. They weren't entirely happy with it, the riders. There were some things they didn't like, especially the semi-final thing that came in last year. Now, what if they'd all collectively got together and said, no, we're not racing.
That would have lost a lot of money.
Would it have got changed? And this is a really weird moment because there's another round of Crankworx coming up in Cairns, Australia, May 22nd. What's going to happen?
Are they going to ride there?
We don't know. That's mad.
I'll tell you what, it's one thing we need to carry on and touch on further on down the lines when the answers kind of seep through the woodwork and find out what actually happens. If there will be any changes, we'll find out.
What's up, everyone? The guys have already been discussing some of the biggest news of the week, that rider strike for the men's slopestyle event at Crankworx Rotorua, so I'll say no more on that and instead focus on the awesome ride by the world's leading female slope riders in their first ever diamond event. It was Yeti's Robin Goombs claiming the debut victory with a stunner of a score 90.75, Harriet Burbage-Smith second, Caroline Buchanan in third. Fantastic rides all round though, congrats to everyone involved. Now, the Rotorua dual slalom wins were secured by Jacob Jewett and Martha Gill. Pump track wins by Ryan Gilchrist and Keolani Hines. Caroline Buchanan and Garrett Metcham claim the speed and styles top steps. In some team updates now, we have the Orbea Fox Enduro team confirmed and ready to go for 2024. Flo Espinera, Martin Mays and Edgar Carballo raring to go for the EDR and EDR-E season. New colours aren't the only things this year as Martin's Rallon receives a 63.5 degree head angle and increased travel to 170 front and rear. There's also a kit giveaway with €1,000 worth on the line. Check out the Orbea Fox Racing website for that. Raw bikes will be ridden by the Traction Development Racing team, fielding both the junior and senior team. The TDR aims to race the EDR and more this year. Kit and equipment now, Crank Brothers have launched the SOS tool, aimed to be carried on bike, sheltered from the elements, or integrated into your bottle cage. The configurable collection includes tyre levers, CO2, a fully laden multi-tool pump, and more. Ask and you shall receive. Folk have been asking 5dev for a handlebar, and that's exactly what they've got. 800mm width, 30 rise, 7 back, 5 up, made out of 70/75 alloy, and rated for downhill and e-bike usage. 5dev's new bar retails a cent under $120 US. Raceface are launching their new Era wheel set. The carbon wheel set aims to be strong, light and compliant, but the biggest boast has got to be the crash-inclusive lifetime warranty. Fox have new Union flat pedal shoes with dual boa closure, a molded toe cap, their Ultra-Tack outsole, and some good grip to help weld you to those pedals. 3 colours, £210 for those. There's new clothing for 100% with their latest range of technical bike apparel, including updates to the Arcor X and Airmatic lines. After dropping Road and Gravel last week, 7mesh have updated their Mountain line with updates to the Glide Path Short. Alpine Stars have released their Plasma Protection lineup, developed in conjunction with the wants and needs of the Specialized Gravity Racing team. Chest, knees and elbows are available in that collection too. Wahoo are launching some updates to the Element Roam and Bolt, including GoPro control, integrated workouts, music control and dark mode. Formula have released a new Belva, a dual crown enduro fork, 170 or 180 travel for 29-inch wheels, €1,850. New bikes to close out, Deviate are launching a mixed wheel bike, not messing with the linkage like some other manufacturers do to make these bikes work, instead just changing that rear triangle up for 275 wheel. Shipping begins in June and the frames are available to pre-order now for £3,000. Commensal have released the Meta HT XS kids range with hardtails grouped by age and height category to help choose the right fit for growing kids. Models include the 20, 24 Junior and XS, catering for kids between 5 and 12 years of age, optimized for little shredders. Speaking of little shredders, here's Toff with the sickest thing of the week. He's absolutely done him.
Cool.
Good, isn't it?
I tell you what, one great thing about the old slopestyle thing is the women got that moment in the limelight.
And it was incredible.
Boy, did they grab it.
It did, didn't they?
Yeah.
They sent it hard.
More about that coming up a bit later in the show, but it was definitely a highlight of the whole event. Hey, I want to do a bit of a call out for next week's show, because next week we're talking about animal encounters out on the trail, right? Because we've all had some, and I want to know yours. So this is your chance to get involved in next week's show right now. Give us a comment down below of the story of your animal encounters. I've had some with bears, boars.
We've had one with bears. We had a boar. I had a chicken go around the front wheel on my bike.
It's going to be a funny show. So let us know your stories about animal encounters out on the trail. Right, we've got a hat coming up, Blake, from Rich Payne. Ever heard of him?
Yes. Hacks and bodges, hacks and bodges, hacks and bodges.
Great stuff.
Great stuff. Do you know, I tell you what, that sounds better. Better than the radio that they're listening to on a podcast. Now, if you are listening as a podcast, for those viewers out there, they can't watch the show but like to listen to it whilst they're on their commute to work or wherever you're going. This is Hacks and Bodges. So Rich is going to be in the garage with a clever cable hack.
What up? Yes, welcome to the Pain Cave. So my hack, or you could call it a bodge, whichever you like, is this. It's using electrical tape for a cable tidy. A lot of people heat shrink it, a lot of the pros do that. A cheaper, easier alternative, bit of electrical tape wound all the way around your cables at the front, keeps them nice and tight and neat, tidy together, and reduces the noise as well. Hope you like that one.
Nice. I would say that is a hack.
It's a hack.
Definitely a hack.
It's rich, isn't it? It's a hack. It's a great idea.
Definitely.
Great idea.
He's in the
And
garage.
easy to do. Love it.
I like his garage. It's looking really nice. Anyway, time for a shop shout out. We're talking bundles. 20% off, Mr. Ashton.
20% off. I
Yep.
think the bundles is the best way to get like an instant hit.
Oh, instant.
Connect some things up,
Yep.
and there's 20% off. Can't argue with that. And I'll tell you what, just think about it. It supports the channel. Look great out on the trail with it.
You look
Good
sexy.
merch.
Might have fine out on the trail,
We
man.
might be overselling it now.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry.
But it looks pretty good.
Damn, you look fine and sexy.
Yeah, so we appreciate you heading over to the shop. If you can, take a look. Right, should we have a look at some things we liked this week?
Oh, yes. For the viewers that are listening on podcast, I'm going to try and explain this one as much as possible, but this is Remy Metellier rolling in with a front wheel on some steep slabs in his local riding area of Squamish. Take a look at that, Mark. It's
Very
unreal.
Nice. Very, very nice. I tell you what, I've got one here. This is a crash scene. Unbelievable. It's Ramona Fuccini. Wow, she's going down hard.
She's
and it's just
definitely-
like, it's such a good photo. And I hate to say it's a good photo when someone's having such a bad crash, but boy, is she going over the bars.
Wait, she's riding a cross-country bike going nuts over the
Yeah,
bars. That is
yeah.
something
It's
else.
a
In
gnarly
rock garden.
bit of trail for a cross-country ride.
Very,
isn't it?
very rare.
But I like that, and I like that she come out of it slightly unscathed. Got an even bigger crash from for you here, Blake.
I do like crashes, not.
This one is, trio behind bars.
Look at
These
that.
kids are amazing.
Look at him pedal. He is pedaling into the biggest He didn't even make the
but
landing,
he's
Martyn.
stuffed into that landing, front wheel in.
He's only small.
He's tiny.
Look
but
at he's pedaling his heart up.
he's actually fine. You don't need to worry. It looks like he's having an awful
he
crash.
pedals in
away.
the air,
But he
trying to get more.
Totally gets away with it, which is pretty impressive. I like that. Big crash.
Like, that was unreal, that one.
Right, and this next one I absolutely love. Is the favourite thing I've seen this week from Robin Gooms, who won the Slopestyle event.
Took the win,
at
yeah.
Crankworx.
She's an incredible person.
Yeah, you've rode with her, right?
I've ridden with her at Swatch 9s, and watching the females there was something else as well. It was
Yeah.
incredible to watch.
Their whole event kicked off, but I love this advert from Yeti.
It is good.
Slopestyle is for the effing girls.
That's good, isn't it?
I love it.
I love
Great
yeah, that's
play
good.
on words and
Well
a
done,
great
Yeti.
triumphant moment. So that's a great ad, and I think it really sums up what took place at Crankworx in Rotorua. It was very cool.
Caption Contest. Now, this was last week's photo with myself and Rich from last week's show where we blindfolded ourselves. We had our hoodies on backwards with our beanies on our heads.
Out of context,
Out
it
of
looks
context.
nuts.
Yeah, it does
looks
look
absolutely
incredible,
nuts.
but we had to feel the bikes and, see what we could...
Got some great captions for you.
Yeah,
Great
anyway.
captions. 01 Fozzie S says, next week's contest, can you guess your fellow presenter by feeling them up?
Oh,
That's Blake, that is.
Martyn, stop touching me
That's
there.
Blake.
Stop
That's
it.
Blake. Oh, I've got another one. Jessa Smith says, GMBN's research and development department testing the new range of full-face hoodies.
I like that.
Full-face hoodies
Pointless.
isn't going to work.
Not going to work
Imagine
at
like
all.
a full, like you just... Right
There
over.
is hoodies with eyeballs and a zip to zip up the...
Yeah.
Weird.
I like that one. Justin May Plays says, always exploring the limits of video production, new footage emerges of early GMBN experiments with green screen technology.
Oh, imagine that.
That would work, wouldn't it?
That would
that
actually
work with this green? You would,
Yeah,
does
you'd
it work
have
with
to
any green?
Pretty much any green.
Leo's nodding. He's just nodding.
He just says yes.
On camera, Leo sounds better. Just saying.
It does, doesn't it?
That was really passive aggressive. I don't know why it came across so passive aggressive. What's this last one, Blake? From Faster Huster.
Faster, Huster. Blake, that ain't a bike party you're grabbing. Richard. Oi!
Did it get a bit intimate with you guys after that?
Rich hands were all over the flipping place.
Nightmare.
Poor Poppet.
Come on, Blake, pick your favourite caption. It's the photos of you, so you should choose.
mine. Do you
We're
know
gonna
what?
give this GMBN stunt mug to the winner.
I think I'm going to go with the first one, 01 Fuzi S.
Next week's contest, you can guess your fellow presenter by feeling them up. And we shall. Well done, Stunt Mug.
Oh!
On its way.
Wow, that was the best stunt mug
On its
bounce
way.
ever.
Well done, 01 Fozzie S. If you would like to win a Stunt Mug next week... Wow, that was such a terrible catch. What?
We didn't catch it.
If you would like to win yourself a Stunt Mug like... If you would like to win yourself a Stunt Mug on the show next
really
week, then give us your caption for this photo.
Whoa, do your worst.
Go on, get involved.
How do we explain that to the viewers listening to it on the podcast?
We cannot.
Yeah, it's true though. How are we going to explain that?
I don't know what the photo is yet.
Yeah, we see, that's the point. Coming up on the channel next week.
Yes, we have got fantastic videos coming up. Blake races BMX.
Oh, I actually go racing. It's done the practice. Now it's part 2 of it.
Oh, amazing. Looking forward to
I
that one.
actually really enjoyed it.
What about what you're paying for on top spec bikes?
What are we paying for?
You can find out in that video. Best and worst bikes ever ridden, part 2.
Oh, yeah.
I believe this is me and Rich talking about the bikes we've ridden.
Well,
in the
I'm
past.
excited to listen to that one because...
Yeah.
Woo,
And we've got
controversial.
10 essential MTB skills coming up as well. So it's a great week on GMBN. Don't miss out, of course, GMBN Tech and EMBN. Fantastic videos all across the off-road board. Do not miss out. Should we go in the bike vault?
My favourite bit, Martin.
Come on, let's get in there.
Right, we're in the bike farm. We're going to kick it off with a hardtail from Lisa. Now, this one is in Canic Chase. Now, last week, Rich and I, Pink Eye, my old bike, my old Bayer Rallon, is in here in last week's show. This is the same girl.
No way.
Yeah.
How did she sneak 2 bikes in?
I don't know.
It's very
This is
clever.
an old Bayer Laufey H30.
Well, I tell you what, I really like that bike. I do. I just love a hardtail.
I love
so I really
hardtails.
do. I tell you
Incredible.
what, I'm going to get
gonna
the old bell for us as well because we've missed
Yes.
that. Give that a ring because that's a super nice. Straight away.
Straight away, look at... Oh, wow.
Oh, intense. Love the colour. Love the
Pavel.
colour. We have got a flame red intense here. It's a 2021 Intense Primer S. It's from Pavel. And
It's got Olin's front and rear.
I'd say it's a super nice, but the handlebar angle's really
Oh, yeah,
weird. It's
but-
like turned 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So I don't think... It's got everything on
It's
it, though.
really nice, though, mine.
Are you really going to super nice that handlebar angle?
Yeah, he just wants to see the back of the crown.
Go on, then. Super
That-
nice, Pavel. You did
super-
well.
Oh.
Sean has given us his YT Izzo Core 3. Some lovely
Phoenix,
touches.
Arizona.
Got a lot of purple little accents.
Yes, it's got purple Fox logos, 34 logo.
Can that angle, this front head-on angle, really get a super nice? It's setting a strange precedent.
It's nice.
It's up to you, Blake.
It's nice. Your sideways action would have been good.
Look at this.
I'm gonna say
Nude-proof
super
scale
nice.
from Andy.
That is looks like the Guinness, the Guinness edition.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's the Guinness edition, so it's the black with the white fade to the head tube. It's
Love
got tan
it.
walls with the crazy Crank Brothers wheels on there. Look at the spokes on it.
Do you know what's really interesting, right? It's a lovely looking bike, but I wouldn't have loved that fade until you said Guinness, and then I loved it.
It's
I
the
was
Guinness.
Like, oh, that's cool.
Well, it was an Irish brand,
Yeah,
and that is a Guinness.
very, very nice. Did we super nice that?
We did.
Yes. Okay, now Bianca's Silverback Splash is on our screens now.
She's from
It's
South
having
Africa.
its moment. Oh, you're from Zim. I'm from Zim.
Handed.
I think that's nice.
It's by Lekker.
It's by what?
By Lekker.
What does that mean?
It's really nice.
It's really nice.
I'm gonna say super nice too.
How was my accent then? Not good.
Not good, nice.
Really, say it again.
It's really nice.
It's really nice.
No, you sounded German then.
It's really nice.
Close.
Go on.
It's really nice.
It's really nice.
It's by Lekker.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Your ears.
Come over here.
I'm over. That's
Come
you
down.
Irish. No,
Come down.
Welsh.
I just can't do accents.
Anyway.
I've never been able to do accents. Anyway,
Moving on.
Next up, we've got Cameron's Boardman MTR 8.8. Catchy name.
It's, yeah. In the Highlands.
I can see what
Inverness.
he's going for here, but the lighting's just not worked.
Oh, it's
and I
backlit,
feel
isn't it?
like, it's just not happening. But
Beautiful scenery.
I tell you what it is.
Is that bike green or black?
It's green and black. And I tell you what it is, nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Nice.
And that, oh my God.
we're
that was,
on the way.
That was not the one to end on, Bingus. That was not
No,
the
it
bike
wasn't the
end
one
on.
to end on.
But there we are. That's how it went. You can't change it.
No.
You know what I mean? It's the bike vault. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You've got to just give it a nice or a super nice. Have you got a bike? And is it nice or super nice? We would like to judge you and your bicycle.
Just your bicycle, not you.
Send it in for absolute fun. Of course, our views on your bike mean literally nothing.
You say it adds 50% to the price.
Yeah, but that's not true.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Still send it in, though. Don't forget, if you're listening as a podcast, we have it uploaded to all your beautiful podcast places where you listen to them.
But you'd already know that if you'd listened to the show.
If you listen to the show, yeah.
Yeah, so they'd know that by now.
But if they're watching it, they might not know it.
Oh, so now you'd like our viewers to turn into listeners. Brilliant.
We got a face for radio, Martyn. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. See ya.